Morning students. Yesterday we had a good class. We studied about the general form and how we can convert to the general form of line in different forms, so that we could find slope, intercepts on axes, length of perpendicular drawn from origin to the line, as well as alpha, which is the angle between the normal and with positive direction of x-axis. So today also we saw distance between two parallel lines and also perpendicular distance of any line from any point x1, y1. So all concepts already we have seen. Today we will look for some examples and questions. So I start with example number 13. Example number 13. Equation of line is given. Find its slope and x-intercepts and y-intercepts. Two things we are told here. So I start with directly given equation. Given equation is 3x minus 4y plus 10. So in simple way I would speak, you are told to find the slope. So I would speak only one thing. The slope m is equal to, when general form is given, you have two ways. Either you can turn this equation in slope intercept form, y equal to mx plus c form. You can find m easily, but I tell you with the trick. The trick is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. That's simple. So m will be minus coefficient of x is 3 and coefficient of y is minus 4. So overall m is equal to 3 by 4. That's first answer completed. Second question we asked here. X-intercepts and y-intercept. So if you have to find the intercept of both the axes, you have to convert your equation in intercept form. What is intercept form? X upon a plus y upon b equal to 1. So okay. So equation we have 3x minus 4y plus 10. First of all, I will transfer 10 their side, minus 10. I will divide by minus 10. Equal to 1. Now I will write that x upon, because I have to leave x alone in the numerator, x upon a. So minus 10 by 3, I write here minus 10 by 3. This is going to be plus. Then y upon, that is 10 by 4. 10 by 4 meaning 5 by 2. 10 by 4 meaning 5 by 2 equal to 1. This is going to be x upon a plus y upon b equal to 1. So intercepts, you can understand that. You will write finally that intercepts on x-axis of the line is the minus 10 by 3. It has been changed now, x upon a plus y upon b equal to 1. And intercept on y-axis cut off by the line is 5 by 2. So this is the first, the first question we have done successfully. So it was so easy for one and all. Now let's look at the second question. Example number 14 I am doing here. Question 14 says, reduce the equation into the normal form, find the value of p, and here it is omega written, omega, it's just like a w, it is omega. So we normally say it is alpha, so don't get confused about that. So I start given equation. So how you can do it, look at, I tell you. This is my first, the equation I have written. So first of all, I tell you that how we can convert this in normal form. What is normal form? X cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. So I taught you yesterday the method how we can convert to general form in the normal form. First of all, I will transfer to it. It's gonna be our p. So how it will be form p? I will turn this. It is not write down p. It is just like ax plus by equal to c. Now what I taught you, if you want to convert to this equation in normal form, you have to divide by root coefficient of x with square, coefficient of y 1 have a square, meaning root a square plus b square. So it's gonna be 2. It's gonna be 2. So divide by 2. This is gonna be, this is equal to 8 by 2. 4. So it has been changed on comparing by x cos alpha, y sin alpha equal to p. One can understand that p is equal to 4, which is perpendicular distance of the line from the origin point. You want to see the picture? The picture is just like that. This is your p. This is the p. And this is alpha. This is 90 and this is alpha. So alpha we have to find out. How we can find this identity? So first of all, look x cos alpha. So cos alpha is equal to root 3 by 2. And sin alpha is equal to 1 by 2. So I taught you yesterday how we can find alpha. We divide sin alpha by cos alpha, we will find tan alpha. Sin alpha upon cos alpha, 1 by 2 upon root 3 by 2. So your answer is a tan alpha is equal to 1 by root 3 into tan 7. And you know that tan alpha equal to 1 by root 3, alpha is equal to 30 degree will be called pi by 6. This is the answer. So hope you are getting it. Nothing hard but interesting it is. Okay, now let me wrap this section. So I will come on to some other example. Example number 15 I have. This is actually the question already we have done it. Find the angle between the two lines. So it's actually not of this exercise. Already we have seen this in first and second exercise. I think we studied that angle between two lines. You should remember the formula. Angle between two lines is equal to what? Tan theta is equal to in mod m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Meaning we need slopes of both lines. So okay, we will find the slope of the line. You know that how we can find out. Look at given lines y minus root 3x minus 5 first line and root 3y minus x plus 6 is equal to 0 second line. So we want to find the angle between these two lines. So I will find first their slopes. The slope of line 1, say n1, and I taught you the trick because it is in general form ax plus by. Don't get confused. First I tell you that x and y is one side of the origin of the equal to sign, and you should remember the you know that the formula that m1 equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Even though y is written initially, but don't get confused. You can convert that. You can write minus root 3x plus y minus 5. No worry about that. Okay. So m1 equal to minus coefficient of x is minus root 3. Coefficient of y is 1. So overall it is a root 3. And I will write same sentence. Slope of line 2, it is m2, and it is a minus coefficient of x minus 1 upon coefficient of y root 3. Overall it is 1 by root 3. After getting m1 m2, we have to find the angle between them. So I will write that angle of lines be theta and go on tan theta. m1 minus m2 1 plus m1 m2. That's simple formula we will use. Go on. So tan theta is equal to m1 meaning root 3 minus 1 by root 3 1 plus root 3 1 by root 3. This is all m1 m2 I put there. Take an LCM. 3 minus 1 is to cancel 1 and 1 2, and this root 3 will come here. 2 root 3. Hope you have got it very easy for one and all. So lastly I would have 2 by 2 root 3 cancel. So I got 1 by root 3, and you know that theta is equal to 1 by root 3. Tan theta equal to 1 by root 3. Theta is equal to pi by 6, meaning 30 degree. I want to explain one thing to you, that this is an angle between two lines. If you will make the line, this is the angle first line and the second line. So this is 30 degree. If you supposed to ask that what is obtuse angle, so one can easily find that this angle will be obtuse angle. You know it's supplementary angle, so it's going to be 150 degree. One can easily predict and get the answer. So I don't think that you need. If you will give only one answer, it is exactly satisfied and correct. So I don't think that any trouble you face in this question. So easy question it was. Okay, now I'll move on the second question. Second to 16th example. So example number 16, it's very easy example. Example 16 says, show that two lines, this and this, are parallel if a1 upon b1 equal to a2 upon b2 and perpendicular if a1 a2 plus b1 b2 is equal to 0. Two questions we ask. Given lines are taken first. Given lines we have given lines a1x, b1y, c1 equal to 0, a2x, b2y, c2 is equal to 0. So what question asked here? That if lines are parallel, we have to show a1 upon b1 equal to a2 upon b2. a1 upon b1 equal to a2 upon b2. Question may be changed, like if lines are parallel, show that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2. How we can show it? Look at, I tell you. First of all, I will write this 1 and 8 plus 2, and I will find their slopes. So okay. Slope of same sentence I will write slope of line 1. You know it is a m1 minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Slope of line 2, m2 is equal to, it's a minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. So easily you have got. Now two things I will write one by one. In first case, when lines are parallel, you know that when lines are parallel, what happens? You should know their slopes are equal. The slopes are equal. Now recall your previous knowledge. When lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. m1 equal to m2. I will write minus b1 upon a1 equal to minus b2 upon a2. Minus and minus cancel. I got b1 upon a1 equal to b2 upon a2. What question asked? a1 upon b1 and a equal to a2 upon b2. This is very easy. Or you can use the inverted rule, a1 upon b1, a2 upon b2. Hence proved. This is first done. Okay, now second question says if lines are perpendicular. If lines are perpendicular, what will happen? You know it, m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. And you are told to find, show that a1, a2 plus b1, b2 is equal to 0 when lines are perpendicular. Okay, I took lines are perpendicular. The condition I have written here. Now put up the values. m1 equal to, m1 is equal to minus b1 upon a1 into minus b2 upon a2 is equal to minus 1. Minus and minus gonna plus. So b1, b2 upon a1, a2 is equal to minus 1. So b1, b2 is equal to do cross multiplication and do transfer a1, a2 left side, it's going to be positive. Hence proof. This is the second question done. This is first answer, this is second answer. So both requirements we have fulfilled. So hope you have got, it's very easy question it was. Still, I told. Now, the next. Let me speak one thing. There's gonna be very important question for exam. So please do it sincerely and seriously. 17th example. Question says find the equation of line perpendicular to the given line and passing through for 1 and minus 2. Look at it. Question says find the equation of line perpendicular to x minus 2y plus minus 3 and passes through 1 and minus 2. This is the simple but elegant question. This is. Look at it. What is the meaning of question? Find the equation of line which is perpendicular to this line and which is passing from this point. So we want to make a rough structure. Let's suppose that this is a situation. This is a line x minus 2y minus 3. And this is a perpendicular line which is passing from 1 and minus 2. Just like that situation is being there. We have given line, we have to find its perpendicular line which is actually perpendicular to this one and passing from this one. So okay, this line is given and this I will have to find out. So I speak something. Given line is x minus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. This is given line. So now recall your yesterday's knowledge or previous lecture. What was the previous lecture? I told you, when one line is given, you can find its perpendicular line by taking some k constant. So I taught you the beautiful trick. What was that? The coefficient of y with the same sign will be written with the x, minus 2x. I write something. Given line this one, equation of line perpendicular to it is equation of line perpendicular to it is, now I write answer. It's a tricky answer. Coefficient of y with the same sign will be written with the x, minus 2x. Coefficient of x with opposite sign will be written with y. It is plus 1. It is going to be minus 1. Y. 1 is not needed, but okay. And instead of that constant, I will write instead of that minus 3, I will choose one constant. You can say lambda, you can say k, or something else. If it is a minus sign, you can choose minus, but I always prefer plus. You can also like minus, no matter. So this is my answer. But you can understand that this answer is still not fixed, because it is k. So first I will find k. So now remember that this is particularly your answer you got. This is the line which is required in the form of k. So I tell you that how we can find k. We will read the question carefully, in which it is written that find the equation of line perpendicular to this line and passes from this point. So this line has come for that, and I tell you that this line is passing from P. So P will satisfy this one, so that we can find K. So I will write, since this line passes through the point 1 and minus 2, so this point will satisfy equation 3. Getting my point? This is the line, we got this one actually. And I tell you that this line is passing from 1 and minus 2. So this point will satisfy this one. So we can do it. So 1 will come instead of x, satisfied. So minus 2 into 1. Minus 1 into y will be minus 2. And plus k is equal to 0. This is going to be minus 2 plus k is equal to 0. So fortunate, unfortunate, we can say that k we got a 0. Not always we will get, but this is a method, any value can get. K is equal to 0 we got, and by 3 the required equation is. Write this equation, minus 2x minus y plus 0 equal to 0, minus 2x minus y equal to 0. 2x plus y equal to 0. This is the answer. This is the answer. So it was beautiful question. Question may come of this pattern. So remember that only. Okay. So let me run this question. Okay, now I have taught you all the concepts, so I can tell you only the question. The question is 18th example, number 18. Given, find the distance of the point from the line. That's a very simple question. Question says this is a point and this is the line. Now recall your knowledge again. I tell you, this situation has come. The given line is this one, and let P is 3, 5. We want to find the perpendicular distance drawn from P to the line. So this distance we have to find out. So I taught you the trick. Perpendicular distance Tm is equal to in mod. What you will write? I taught you 3x minus 4 minus 26. How we can write? 3 into, instead of x you will write that 3. 3 into 3. 4 into, instead of y you write minus 1. minus 26 will be same upon square root the coefficient of x squared coefficient of y minus 4 square. So answer gonna easy. This 9, 20 minus 26 upon 5. You know 25 and 5. And this is gonna be 20 and 29 and 3. Meaning answer is 3 by 5. That's so easy it was. Just keep remember the simple concept how we can find the distance of the point from the line or to the line from the point. Okay, so let me rub this out now. Now last example, I am telling you example number 19. Question says find the distance between two lines. That only I taught you. Look at I tell you. Given lines. First line and second line. Now remember that these are two parallel lines. How we can identify the lines are parallel? You know, coefficient of x are same, y are same. These two same, meaning lines are parallel. These two may be proportional. Like here may be 6, here may be 8. 3 2s are 6, 4 2s are 8. That may happen. No worry about that. So keep remember when lines are parallel, these two will be either same or proportional. Okay. Now the lines are now parallel and we have to find the distance between the line. So what the method I taught you yesterday? You should remember. First of all, we will find the perpendicular distances of both the line from origin point, and now they'll be subtracted or added. That depends on the situation of the line, whether they are lying either side of the origin point or the same side of the origin point, and that will be identified by looking the sign of the constant. So that is a constant plus, it's same sign, it means they are same side. I mean lines are lying on the same side, the distance will be subtracted. So first I'll find that distance, and then subtract them and I'll get the answer. Okay, so this was a method. Okay, now I'll start with, first I'll write here, perpendicular distance of line 1 from the origin point. The method is very simple. We'll find the perpendicular distances from the origin point. So, perpendicular distance of the line 1 from the origin point, that is called d1 in mod. So, you know that how we can find from origin. This one is 0, 7 will be there directly upon coefficient of x and coefficient of y will be square. So your answer is 7 by 5. And like same sentence, perpendicular distance of the line 2 from the origin point, the answer is a d2 is equal to at 5 upon the same 9 and 16, meaning 5 by 5 meaning 1. So after getting answers, since both lines lie same side of origin, then how we can identify that? By looking the sign of the constant term. If both signs are same, plus or minus, lines lie same side. If you're supposed to have plus and minus, meaning opposite sign of the constant, meaning opposite side from the origin. Okay. Now, since lines lie same side of origin, it means that required distance of line, I say d, and I will subtract that. No matter you write d2 minus d1 or d1 minus d2, both are same. In mod, so answer is 7 by 5 minus 1, answer is a 2 by 5. So that's an answer. So hope you got. Now students, the exercise I'm leaving on you. You do first and then I will tell you. Tomorrow we will have some questions which may come in exam. But first of all, it's your duty. I have taught you all the concepts as well as all examples I have taught you. So I think rest of the work is your duty. Please realize your responsibilities and do your work. Thank you very much.